Dracula!
Hello everybody and welcome to the behind the scenes of Wario vs. Count Dracula. I'm so sorry that this has taken so long to get into the production process. I'm recording this in late February. I've just been very busy since that battle came out 4 or 5 months ago, and like I said, I do apologize for that wait. I try not to make you wait that long for stuff, but my life kind of gets in the way sometimes, and it happens. But Wario vs. Count Dracula, where do we get the idea? One of my friends, who I have known for a little while now from the wiki and on some Discord groups, has been jokingly pining for that idea for a very, very long time, and I always thought it was very funny. I always just thought it was a good idea because Wario is a fun comedic character, very funny to use, and Count Dracula is an interesting, really cool, classic monster character that I just don't think gets used enough, actually. So bringing these two together, which, in case you didn't know, I see a lot of people asking about it. The connection is garlic, but they're, the two contradicting reactions is what I mean to say. Count Dracula hates garlic, Wario loves garlic, but then also secondary connection is biting. There really isn't much. It's a very jokey, very loosey-goosey matchup idea. And with this meetup that I had with Freshy Canal on the horizon, I was going to go to his country of origin, which is Germany, and meet him, and we were going to hang out and film some stuff. I was like, hey, you could pull off Wario, and I could pull off Count Dracula. And it all came together. We wrote it in Germany. We kind of got that done in like 3 or 4 days, kind of where we just chipped away little by little at this structure that we had planned out for it. And so it came out just really as a really fun project that we just kind of did off cuff. We picked out the beat just before I left for that vacation, and it's a really cool, very intense sounding beat by Jija Productions, I believe is how you say it.
One, who's next? GridLine! GridLine! Battles! Yeah!
This is now like officially one of my favorite beats for GridLine.
Oh!
Oh, by the way,
man.
I recorded y'all's second half reaction to that whole thing.
Let's get it! Yeah!
That's good for the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And it was a beat producer that I had never really heard before. And it was such an interesting beat to it. And then Dustin went and added some organs, some extra strings, and it ended up just sounding like something really, really cool and sounding very familiar to what a lot of people kind of do in rap battles, but also its own thing. We got there, we got the beat done, we got the writing done. The next thing was actually getting into the costumes and filming it. A lot of you may have been asking, like, what did I use for the nose? I go to a site called Mostly Dead, which is a prosthetic site which uses very kind of plushy prosthetics that you can use an adhesive called Spirit Gum. And I just painted that. I wiped away what was on his body, and it blended in nicely because that's what the character looks like. We did forget the eyeliner, and I do apologize because of that. I just didn't notice it on the character until well after we had recorded it. As for me, I had for the fangs, I had these 2 plastic fangs that had beads that you melted sort of in boiling water, and then you would place them in there and stick them to your teeth and hold them, and eventually they would become like formed so that you could pull them on and pull them off, and you could just put them back on, and like the suction of it, I suppose, sticks in. Very, very quick, very, very easy costuming, which also makes this battle really nice because this battle went along very nicely. Things got done quick, and that was really nice in keeping it so that I didn't end up disliking the battle in the end. For filming, we had one of Dustin's personal friends come over who had a very, very good filming camera, and we filmed in 4K, and we had a good time. We filmed at Dustin's house, we chilled, we took our time with the filming, and it was just a jolly time. As for the editing process, we got all that footage uploaded at Dustin's house, and I dispersed it to a couple of editors, one of them being Dustin. Dustin handled Wario vs. 2 because he just wanted to throw his hand in the ring on that. As for Wario vs. 1, we brought in Shamario, who is a very talented newcomer editor, and I'm very excited to attempt to work with him again on a couple of projects that some of you may know. And you'll see what they are when we get to that. And then obviously MusicGlide, who has become a little bit of a staple on this channel, and I really don't mind because MusicGlide is a friend of mine. He's a really cool dude, and I love working with him, and all of this somehow, like, it was all very different because the editing styles are different, but it all managed to mesh together, honestly, not as bad as I was really worrying about. That's kind of it for this behind the scenes interview section. I don't really have much else to say. I'm really sorry for the wait on this. It is very hard to get into the swing of a BTS. They just aren't super interesting to edit for me. But I can understand where people are interested in watching them. They like seeing the behind the scenes process to it, and I can understand that, and that's why I do it. But I am sorry for the wait. It should have came out way, 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 way quicker than what it did. And I promise I'll try not to have that length of time wait happen again. As for what we have going on this year, this month I'm going to get done the 2 BTSs that we've been waiting on. I'm going to try and get done the top 10 battles of 2021 to release to you guys. And then on April 1st, the first GridLine of 2022 is coming out, and I'm not going to give any hints towards that right now, not in this video. But I'm actually very, very happy with the battle that we are going to release. I'm super excited for y'all to see it. So, until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace. Now it's rap.